You might not realize it, but an issue that you care about is probably a lot closer connected to Palestine than you might think. Like if you care about ICE agents who are abducting people all around the country, you should know that many of those agents are likely trained by Israel in exchange programs, along with cops and FBI agents. Or if you're concerned about our Earth burning up from climate change, you should know that in the first few months of the genocide, Israel's bombs released more carbon than 26 countries combined, and it's only gotten worse since then. Or even if you're more concerned with domestic issues like education, healthcare, or a crumbling infrastructure, we can't solve any of those things with the military-industrial complex that takes up the majority of the national budget without ever passing an audit. Like the budget bill that Republicans just passed gives the military $1 trillion while cutting Medicare. And Americans on average will pay 5 times more to military contractors, like the ones that they just hired to run concentration camps in Gaza, than to K-12 education, healthcare, or infrastructure upgrades. And if you care about black civil rights, feminism, or even gay rights, you should know that the same systems that oppress black, queer, and female people, like the police and private prisons, are trained and armed with Israeli technology that's been developed on Palestinians. Like that kneeling technique that killed George Floyd. Yeah, that came from Israel. This is what people mean when they say that none of us are free until all of us are free. It's because nothing happens in a vacuum. It's all connected. And that's part of why pro-Palestinian people are so passionate about this, because we don't view Palestine as a single issue. We view it as a manifestation of nearly all the big social issues that we face today at the same time. It's not your fault that these connections aren't obvious. Our movements are intentionally kept separated and pit against each other because that makes us all easier to control. It's a well-established technique called divide and conquer, and it's insanely effective. We're taught to think that solidarity is transactional, that freedom is a zero-sum game, when the exact opposite is actually true. There's enough freedom to go around. There's enough liberation for everybody. The reality is, the struggle for Palestinian freedom is a product of the same systems that created all the other struggles that we deal with today. Freedom for Palestinians, an end to the occupation, does mean more freedom for everybody. It means chipping away at the same systems that's causing all of our problems. So if you haven't spoken up yet, it's not too late. It's never too late. And remember, it's not a one-way street. If you show up for Palestinians, Palestinians will show up for you, and we'll all be freer together. So if you want to learn more about these specific connections between Palestine and other social issues, then check out the latest issue of the Conscious Citizens Dispatch, where we tried to lay this all out with as much detail as possible. You can get access to it for free by signing up through the link in our link tree. And if you want to support Palestine but you're not quite sure where to start, we've also released a Palestine support list that lists out all sorts of small and large ways that you can support Palestine today, whether that's monetarily or with some other form of action. And if you like the videos and the resources that we've been putting out, we really appreciate it if you could support our work for as little as $2 a month.